Hello ma'am, this is Prince Kumar from the Mern Stack Internship B7. So basically, I'm speaking about the project as you are guiding us on. Um, what do I understand? So I'm explaining this project one by one, starting from the front end part, which is the cart of the from the component folder of the from the component folder the cart. Though specifically we had first imported the necessary libraries like the React, effect, use effect, then the use navigation, use dispatch, use selector. So use React and use effect from the React, use navigation from the React router DOM, then use dispatch and use selector from the React. Then another thing is we had imported the fetch cart items and remove items, update cart quantity from the cart action. So this and all are the libraries. Again, are the font awesome icons and for Indian rupee, the symbol, the payment system, then the toast. Then another next thing is the card function, where finally which is the main function we are starting from. So here we are use the dispatch function and assign with the variable dispatch, and again we are use the use navigation function and assign with the variable assign with the navigation constant, which is a variable. Okay, then this is what the where finally here working on the cart here. That means from the cart item and restaurant, we select the cart here, in which we are fetching or extracting. You can say we are loading the cart item. That means whatever the items are present in the cart, we are dispatching it. Then next is the remove cart handler. This function model in this is that means the specific item we are removing from the cart, from the ID we can say the name, we know it. Then after that, after the successful removal of specific item from the cart, we usually get the notification the item removed from the cart. So this is what then another is the increased quantity. Here increased quantity denotes that means uh, by one we are increasing the quantity, but have to keep in mind that it should not go out of the stock. That means if a specific cart have the limited the quantity that it can contain this much element, then it should be this much. Otherwise, it can we can say it overflow, which is out of stock or greater than stock. So here we get the message exceeded stock limit. So and the since elements has been or the item has been added here, so the card get updated with the new quantities, with the new ID and the quantity. Okay, so overall the card get updated, the card quantity get updated. So if you speak, the next function is the decrease quantity. That means here if the function is says that if the quantity is greater than 1, that means we have to uh, decrease one quantity. That means quantity minus 1 has to be there. In that as well, have to what happened there, the card get updated with a new quantity, with a new idea of new item. So it also represent is also give the message about the minimum quantities to be reached. That means if the cart is overflowing, you are going to get the message exceed the limit, okay, of the cart. And if you are decreasing the quantity, then also you are going to get minimum this much element should be there in the cart. So this is what the function is about. This function is about the minimum quantity should be there in the cart. And checking the handler, then it's check about the payment part. That means the cart item payments, restaurants, everything. it's usually speak about the payment process, the delivery, how the payment process is going on, have to be going on. And now, if we speak about if the card is totally have the zero element, the length card length here denotes the number of items present here, and if it is zero, then it is said to be card is empty. Okay, the card is empty, has length S2, and the restaurant name you are going to say know that here. Now, if we speak about the cart item, then the item image is zero and all its name is item. Okay. Now we speak about the symbols on the cart items. That means the price of the cart item will be denoted by the rupee symbol. In front of the rupee symbol, you are going to see the price of the item. And if you speak about the image, so this since this is the app, so e-commerce app, so it usually it will show the photo of the item with the specific height and width, which will um, which will help the user to select the specific item. Now it is speaking about the cart item quantity, that it is in stock or not. That means it is available or not. The number is available or not. Then another thing is the increased quantity. If checking the cart will be checked, that means the quantity has been increased or it is in stock or not. Have to be okay. So this is about. It's a, this function speak about removing the item. That means if the user want can remove the item from it. Then if you speak about the summary, this question specifically speak about the summary of the cart, which is equal to the number of quantity with the price. That means the account of it. Then if you speak about the quantity of item, then account. That means the number of item, then the quantity of item, the price of item, and the what the item is. It's speak about that. Okay, so this ends here. Then we are moving towards the order success. So if we speak about first, we are imported the necessary libraries from the module, from the files. That means we can say from the parent file it is a child node where it use its property, necessary property from it. Okay, so specifically are the React, use effect, use ref, then the link, use location, use dispatch, use selection, create order. Then another thing is the order success is the function, key function here, import main function, where we use the use location function and assign with the location variable. Then we use the use dispatch function and assign with the dispatch variable. Has called use ref error order. Here we select the order state. Select the farmer URL search location. That means here mm, we are searching for it. If the session has been recalled, then the create order session will be there. That means if the order had been placed here, then you are going to get a successful order placed. Okay, and the message which represent the order has in place will be shown at the bottom right corner of the screen. Okay, if there is an error, if there is making fault by the user by mistakenly or anything, something is unauthorized to work there, then on the same area, that means the bottom right area, the is going to get the error message. This is also happening. We are going to get the message of order successful as well, and also the error is going on something. Then another thing is here is overall if your order get placed or not. At the final, you are going to get order is has been successfully placed if your order has been placed with all the process is required. So this is what. Now it is now we are speaking about the footer layout footer. So specifically, we are speaking about the footer. The footer section here represent user can see the food delivery website 2023. All right, whichever section of the screen is showing this statement. Just understand that this is the footer section. If we speak about the header section, what it contains. So header section, first of all, we are importing the libraries, that is the React use dispatch, use selector, link, route, logout, store, search, okay, then app. Then we are using the main function, we are starting with the main function, the header which is we are speaking about, in which we had used dispatch function with the assigned with the dispatch variable constant, okay. So here specifically you are speaking about the user and the card. Okay. So here user can do the logout after having the successful access of and working on the app. User can log out. Okay, successfully log out. Then another thing is the logo of the app, which is at at the top at the in the header portion of the app. Then another thing is the search box which is in the middle and in the header section of the in the header section. Then another thing is the cart length, that is speak about the cart is empty, full, or have some item. Okay, so it's speak about the cart length. So it is in the is same it is in the same header section. Then another thing is the drop down list button, which speak about it contains the many things, that is the avatar. Avatar is nothing but the profile photo of the user, which is rounded circle. Okay, rounded circle. Okay, then the user name is there. Then link order is there. Profile is there. Logout is there. Lo- Login. These are the options are present in the drop down. And then again the loader is there, the search box. In the search box, if we speak about the React and the uh, first we'll speak about who has imported the React and the use state, and then use navigation from the React and React data respectively. Now we are starting with the search function, which is the main function here. So we start with the keywords, so specifically, and then we use navigation function assigning to the navigation variable. So specifically the keyword set keywords are those which are entered by the user in the search box, which as a request, and it is submitted to get the response from the data which have in the related to the app. So the user usually search by typing on in the search box and enter. On entering, it submits its keyword or query and get its result. So type of submission is, that means the text. We usually type the text in the search box in the search field. And form control, that means it control, that means whatever we search, uh, it shows that means in a control manner, form control, and then search your favorite restaurant. Okay, the set keyword, that means since you had user had given the keyword, it will match with the keyword and give the result according to that. Now moving towards the list order from the order section. So now I'm starting with the list order. So list order is first very important, the necessary libraries like the React, use effect, link, use dispatch, select, use selector, toast, data table model. Data table is the variable which assigned with the data table module default and which similar to the data table module. So the another important another library is the loader, and then get restaurant from the restaurant action, then my order from the order action, and the clear errors from the order slice. And after all, the css file is of the list order is being imported. Okay, so main function list order, and we use the use dispatch assigning with the variable dispatch, and the next is we are using the order state order. More specifically, we say that we are working here on the order. So here we are getting the my order that means getting the data of my order and the get restaurants. The order, my order is specifically the order of the past and the order you had done recent, whatever. So that means it is the data of the user which he or she has done the order. Okay, then the restaurant from which you have ordered and the restaurant which are available. Okay, present there. So if the user is doing some mistake or not authenticate to do that, or there is no mistake there, then going to get the error at the bottom right corner of the screen. Okay, then what the column are there, how the columns are there, then the restaurants are represented in the rows, then the items are represented in the rows. Okay, then amount to, that means it will give the photo of the item, amount, restaurant, the status, present or not. Status means delivery or not. Okay, so whatever, or then the date. Action, the action is usually the view order, view the order, this and all thing. So what specifically, whatever the order you have done, what specifically it contains. So it contains the map. That means it map like the odd is start with the order ID, which are usually the unique. Okay. Then the restaurant name, from which restaurant the user has ordered. Then the order item, the length, number of item, the name of item specifically. Then the amount, the total amount of it, the status, delivered, not delivered, delay, has not given yet, whatever, so pending. Okay, then the date on which it has been ordered. Now the next is the list order container, which contain the my order list. The data table is columns, data, pagination, highlight, on, over, stipend, response, custom. So specifically the custom style, the font weight is bold, then the font size is 16 pixel, background color is this, row style is 14 size. So this is what the list of order. So now speaking about the order details. First of all, we are imported the necessary libraries like the React, fragment, use effect, link, use params. Use dispatch, use selector, toast, and find Indian rupees, sign, loader, get order details clear. So, starting with the main function, that is the order details. So, here you and so order details. First of all, use the use dispatch function assigned with the dispatch variable. Then use params function assigning with the ID. And more specifically, we are working on the state order. That means you are getting loading the order data of the order details. That means uh, whatever the order had has been done till now, till the date, we are getting the details of his order. That means his ID, the person which had order, the address of the person, the date, the time, the successful payment, the mode of payment, delivery status, overall status of the order. Then another thing is if found error while using the app, then the user usually get the message at the bottom right. Then another thing, what exactly the order contains, the delivery information, the order ID, delivery information. That means all information about the delivery, whether it's happen or not, pending, delivery late, then order item. That means its quantity, price, name, this and all things. The payment information, which what mode of payment has been done, cash, online, pay and delivery, credit, debit, this and all. Then the user is specifically speak about the user information, the details, then the final total, then the amount, then status, overall status, delivered or not. This is what happening. Then is another thing is the delivery details. That means I know if the user has ordered something online, then it must have to provide the delivery address. That means the city, the postal code, the country, all the necessary information which contain the address information in order to reach the delivery to the door of delivery user. Then is paid. That means after having whole procedure, you are going to pay for the items which are in your cart. Okay. So it's specifically speak about the delivery information, the orders. Um, Here you speak about the payment is done or not. Okay. Then here it speak about the order ID. That means it's contain the delivery option information, happen or not, username, the name of the user who has ordered, then the delivery information, phone number, that means the user phone number, the delivery details, that means the address we can say, the postal which include the postal, city, area, um, local area, then country which you are living, then the price of the item which will be represented in front of the rupees singer. Okay, then there is the payment option. Payment is shown. If it is paid, then it is given in the green color. If it is not paid, it is given in red color. Then another thing is delivery. Same thing, if deliver the product or the we can say the item, then shown in the green color, otherwise red color. Mm. Another thing is order pending, order item. So the order item specifically speak about the number of item, the name of item. Okay, the size, the image, the name of the image which has the specific size and width. Then the name of item, then the rupees of the item, price of the item, quantity of the item. This usually speaks the order ID. Now we are going to the user folder which contains the logging, profile, register, update files. So let's start with the login. First of all, we start with importing the necessary libraries such as the React, use effect, use state, link, use navigation loader, use dispatch, use selector, login, you clear error from the various files, libraries, modules. Okay, then started with the main function which is the logging, where logging is set on the. So if you speak about the main function logging here, then the logging is set on the use state. That means uh, uh, since a user has been already registered, so it in order to log in, it he has or she has to give it first of all the email and then the password. Here you can say this email and set email. It's within that as logging only happen if the user has registered itself. If the user has registered itself, then it has set the email and its password. So whenever the user log into the app, then has to give the email and password and then need to get the access. So after that, we are using the dispatch function using the dispatch variable and use navigation function using the navigation variable. The next thing is authentication of the user, where the user get the authenticate or it's loading. Okay, so user is authenticated. That means is it is authorized by validating its email and password. Then the user can and is able to access, that means logging successful. Okay, and if there is error, that means password is not matching or whatever, so then get the error. Okay, the submission error. So usually the submission handler is speak about prevent the default. That means it's speak about the specific email and the password by which the user has registered itself. Okay. So it will get access if the password and the email is valid. Now the next thing is uh, come under the loader, where the email is a type of controller. Since already the email is set, that means register, just need to give the email which should be matched with your registered email. Here the password is also same thing, set is passed. It is the target for the user for the um, um, system, we can say, or the authenticator, to maintain the register password and register detail very carefully, so that when the user will log in, that it must should match with the set password and the user. Okay, so if the user forget the password, then he or she has the particular type of option which is known as the forget password, by which it the user can save it password. Then another thing is login. Well, another thing is login through which and now another thing is the new user. It is specifically speaking about the user registration. New user registration. Okay, that means as I speak, you can't log into the app unless and until you are not registered as a new user. After that, you can log in to the app. Now we are moving to the profile. And one thing again, as I speak earlier, the drop down list you have heard earlier. So this and all thing, that means the profile register which contain the user, which contain in the user folder, the login profile, register, update profile, which are these are all including the drop down list in the header section. That means in the header section. Okay, so now speak about the profile. The profile usually contain first of all needed to import the React library, then the link use selector from the React headers, then the loader. Then if you are speaking about building the profile function, then it's speak about the user. Okay, we select the user here, and in which first selecting the avatar, that is the profile photo, then using the URL. Okay, uh, which is being enclosed in a circular form, and then the username. Okay, then another option is given here is the username, which can be edit profile. That means we can update, we can make a change in the profile. This option edit profile usually speak about the user can make change in the profile according to necessary. Then it's give in a profile its name, its email, and join on. That means it's join the application, and this is what the profile. Now next thing is the register. First of all, again need to import the necessary library like the React, use state, use effect from the React, then use navigation from the React writer DOM, use dispatch, use selector from the React Dux, then register from the React. Then speaking about the main function, starting with the register here, then specifically the user set and user. So specifically here for register, the user need to give its name, its email, its password, set the password, then again confirm password confirm. That means have to repeat the same password again. Then the phone number. These are the very necessary information in order to register to the for the user on the app. So this and all are the necessary information for the user to access and will get to know about the specific user. Then set the avatar, that means the profile photo. Okay, and this profile photo can be set using the image. Then here using the dispatch and use navigation function, using the dispatch and navigation respectively. Then another thing is the function is authenticated loading error. Here we are using the user. That means user is whether authenticated, whether is that means allowed or not allowed due to some reason. That means password error or not recognized as a user, unknown user, invalid user, anything. So use effect is authenticated. That means the navigation. Okay, that means what? It is the navigation. If error, window alert error. Okay, clear error. So here is since the user have to give this password and email and password for the authentication. That means the login. If it is authenticated, then it will direct it to the new path. Otherwise, if any mistake is there, password wrong or any other type of error is coming, then it is going to through the clear the error. Okay, alert dispatch error. Okay, so here if the user has what is it speaking this function, if the password is not equal to confirm, then the password doesn't match, the message will be reflected. So specifically the user data are uh, the name, its email, password confirm, phone number, avatar is usually the profile image, or we can profile image, okay, of the user. Then you can dispatch the user data. That means save the user data. We can see the user data, load the user data. Now on change the target avatar, name avatar, the new file reader. Okay, so this speak about on changing the name of avatar, that means the profile, the new reader will be there on the road. Okay, reader ready state. Okay, so this said that it will show the result of the new avatar. Okay, as a new profile holder somewhere. So it should be a target, and if you speak about it, then it speak about the name should, the name are, so this function usually speak about if the user get change on the same name, same id, same information, then the new fold. So if the profile name of profile get changes, it's give the option to preview. Then it get changes with the new profile, the avatar, or you can say the profile here. So this specifically speak about that. Now the another thing is the registration form. That means we speak about the name, the type of data, the name field, the value change, means whatever by registering whatever thing can be changed, it will able to change. Okay, that is what the email can be changed, then the password can be changed. Okay, then the mobile phone number can be changed, so this an avatar can be changed, the preview can be changed. Okay, avatar. So the register button, after changing all this, mobile number, the email, the password, and so on, just click on the submit button, the register button, and the user get registered. So the registration usually consists of the detail like the phone number, avatar, then the email ID, password, the name. These are the most important thing in order to register yourself. Then if you speak about the um, update the profile, that is making the change in the profile, then first of all need to import the library like the react, use state, use effect, use dispatch, use selector. Okay, then importing the update profile and loader from the user action, and importing the clear error and update from the user slice, and using the use navigation from the react router dom and toast. So for updating the profile, usually we have set the name. Um, so we have to replace with the new name, other name. Same with the email. Yeah, as we are seeing here, set email, set avatar, set preview. So everything is already been set there. In order to update, we have to change, replace with other data. That means the email which we have set, we have to put the other email. The name we have to put other. The avatar you have to set other. That is what. Then after using, we are using that function like the use dispatch and the use navigation, where after that we are selecting the user as a function, and here what is happening, we are setting the username email. That means already the email has been set, Then, if you speak about that email has been, that means register is already used. And if you are updating it, then it's updated, or and if it get updated, then the user get the successful of message of being updated. Then this is what is going on the constant form data set. That is, if you want to update, then I have to give the name as update, new another email, another avatar, and the profile will get update, and the new reader, the new file will be get readed uh, as per the existing one. And this is what the preview one and the new avatar will get changed. And after that, on submit handler, the new name from the different from the existing one, the new email different from the existing one, existing older one. Then after the profile photo, different one. Then the image, different one. All this will get changed after clicking on the submit and update button. And now moving to the count restaurant part. Here we are working on the restaurant. So first of all, necessary libraries are there: React, use effect, use selector, use dispatch. So here, count restaurant, we are working on the restaurant to get the restaurant details. That means restaurant is showing the veg type item or not. Then it is pure vegetarian. That means it is restaurant one restaurant or not. That means it's usually speak about the type of restaurants, the number of restaurant, and the time veg, the veg category or non-vegetarian. Okay. Then moving to the food item. Then first of all importing the necessary libraries, and then we are moving to the food item where it has already the set quantity and the quantity. That means it has a fixed number of quantity and need the quantity to be added. Then the fix show button and the show button to be show. Okay. Then here what here we using the user as a main, and is the user is authenticated or not. Okay. And the the state is using here the cart. And most importantly, we are finding the food item by its ID or name. We can say this. If the cart item, the quantity is button showing true, then it's the quantity is present. Okay, decrease. If the quantity is more than that, then it will obviously get minus, and the new quantity will be there. Then updating the quantity, that means changing in quantity. Okay, then increasing the quantity means here what will happen if the food stock is greater than quantity, then the quantity get increased one by one. Otherwise, and if you get else exceed the limit stock, if it's overflow, then it gets the message exceeds the stock limits. Then adding to the card, that means if authenticated navigation, it's login. Add the card handler. That means in this person specific is speaking out the user. If the user is authenticated to use the app, then user will able to log in. Otherwise, will not. Okay, so this is what happening here. So in this food item, is specifically speak about the food item name, its description, its price. Okay, and it's who is authenticated here to use it. So this is what the food is happening. Okay, if you speak about the status of the food item, then it speak about the um, whether it is, if it is in stock, then shows the green color, and if it is out of stock, then it's give the red color. Then if you speak about what is showing, then if the user want to delete the food item, then it can delete it, and it will get the confirmation about the deleting of the food item. So specifically, it is what speaking about the food item. Now, as we were on the front end part, so I speak till food item, and these are the rest of the things. Now I'm moving towards the back end, and starting from the controller, that is the controller part, the back end part. That means if you here also first of all declaring the variables, okay, but importing from the other files, okay, folder and files, specifically files, okay. That means taking the variable, the user handler, importing from the error handler, then catch asynchronous. It usually help to catch the errors, okay, and immediately response at the real time, okay. Then send token, then cloudinary, which is used for the photo or video uploading online, and keep it safe, okay. Then if you are speaking out the sign up, export sign up, so you speak obviously about users registration, okay. You speak about the after the profile photo, if it is same or not. As per the requirement, it is same or not. That means require is same with the avatar photo is same or not. That means the folder avatar with the can must be cropped in such a way. That means it want the avatar folder or file in the form of PNG in this type of format. It is speaking about that. Now, if you speak about the user to create its registration, then it will take this necessary detail, that is the name, email, password confirm, phone number, avatar, and wait until it's get created. It will send a token, that means a message that it has been created. That means, and if you speak about the email login, then it's here verify the email and password upon request by the user. If the email and password doesn't match each other, then um, user usually face the error, and it will await, means wait until the email and password get selected. If the user is not there, the in if the user type the incorrect password or email, then the user is invalid. The message will be reflected. If the password match, that means await here is used for it will the system will um, wait until the password get authenticated. That means the valid it will get. That means if it will not get match, it will throw the error as an invalid password or email. Okay, then protecting the asynchronous. That means it is a request the header authentication and start with the bearer. Now, if we speak about if the current user is not here, then user may no longer exist, and that means it is speaking about the user is currently not working or not handling, then it can no longer and have to log in again. That means the timeout error it can show. Then here the user can change the password after the decode. This function shows that the user can change the password if needed. Get profile. That means user can check or get the profile information by its ID. User can here the use with the use user can update the password, can change the password if forgotten, and the system will wait until the old password is replaced with a new one. Okay, so this is what happening here. Update profile usually means updating the new, replacing with the existing name or email with a new email. Then avatar as well. So this basically what did that. So here the system, what does here? It's wait until the query get completed. The whatever the requests are done by the user is get completed. It's just stop there and just wait to finish there. Now moving toward the card controller. So the card controller, first of all, we are imported the module and assign with a variable like the cart imported from the cart model and the food item from the food item, then the recipe from the model refer. So here what we are doing, adding to the cart, adding the item to the cart. So user ID. So specifically want the user ID, food item, restaurant ID and quantity. These are the main important things in order to need to add. These are the important things which are needed to details which are important for the information. And the next thing is to find the food item by the ID, that is food item not found. If the constant, then the next thing is restaurant, find the restaurant by its ID. And this function, this usually speak about the cart item, the user restaurant user cart. If we speak about the item index, then it's matched with the item ID and the index. So this is specifically, so this function especially speak about the finding one card. That means specifically the restaurant you want to find the food quantity, you want to find the food item you want to find here by using the indexing. Okay. Then again, we want to add or remove any item from the cart. So specifically the new cart, if you generate the new cart, then is yeah, it requires the user ID, the restaurant ID, and the item ID and its quantity more specifically, and it gets saved. The card gets saved later. That means it will wait to save the card until it doesn't save. Now fetching and returning the public. That means the update the card and wait find one the user ID. That means mm, find the food item, name the price of the food item here, price of the food item, then population, the restaurant and restaurant name. If the change are made, then the card get updated, and otherwise the server will show the error. Thus, card get updated on the request. Okay, that means you are finding with the user ID, food item ID, and the quantity. The card get find the user find the card by the user ID. Okay, and it's if the card is not there, then the card not found. Is get the error. So this is the part of the backend, and now I am showing to connect it with the MongoDB, the database, how it's get connected. So for that, first of all, going to the browser and let me close it. Now I am connecting with the MongoDB. So let's first open the browser. Click on get started.